At last night's Democratic debate, we not only had, for I believe, only the second time in history, an all-female moderating team, but we had some questions that hadn't been asked in the entire cycle yet, perhaps coincidentally with that team, especially involving things like family leave. And so to get into these and other issues, I want to bring onto the show someone with a great record on these sorts of policies. Joining us once again on the show, Betsy Sweet, US Senate candidate for Maine. Betsy, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, hi John, how are you?
I'm doing well, how are you?
Great, thanks.
So before we jump into some of the policies individually, as I mentioned at the debate, we finally had a question about family leave. You have a history with that issue, so what did you think about that?
Well, I was glad to have any women's issue actually be talked about during the debate, but I was glad to hear the question about family medical leave. As you probably know, I actually wrote the first Family Medical Leave Act in the country in Maine, and then it became the basis for the current family leave. But now we're talking about paid leave so that everybody can access it, not just people with resources. So I think it's a really important issue, and I was glad they were talking about it, and I think it's time to pass it.
Yeah, and so look, we had 3 candidates who were asked about that: Andrew Yang, Amy Klobuchar, and Kamala Harris. They had different takes on it. Hypothetically, if you make it into the Senate, you could be working with one of those individuals or someone else to pass a bill. If you had been on the stage, what would you think would be a perfect answer if you were asked about family leave and what sort of bill we need to get to perhaps where some other countries have been for a long time?
Yeah. Well, I would say we definitely need paid family leave accessible to everyone, and it needs to be 6 months because there's a lot of people who can't access. It's a shared value in America. No one thinks that when someone is sick and you have to take care of them, or you have a baby, that you should lose your job. So this is way overdue. So I would work really hard for paid family leave for everyone, and to make sure that we pass it as soon as possible.
Thank you for watching this clip from the Damage Report. For more content from the show and access to TYT Network members-only exclusives, go to tyt.com/Brooke. Wait, no, it's tyt.com/John. Go to tyt.com/John to sign up.